I, 27F, think I'm about to lose my family because I won't forgive my sister, 29F, who is pregnant with my soon-to-be ex-husband's baby? I found out 5 months ago that my sister was sleeping with my husband and that he had gotten her pregnant, and now my entire family is turning against me because I refuse to forgive her. I am 27 years old, and 5 months ago, my life completely shattered when I discovered that my 29-year-old sister was sleeping with my 28-year-old husband. He said he was working late, but he'd spent the entire night at her house. The betrayal cut deeper than I can describe. At the time, my husband and I were actually actively exploring fertility options because I had been struggling to conceive and had received a couple of medical diagnoses explaining the reasons behind my difficulties. My sister was fully aware of our struggles, yet she still expected me not to be absolutely heartbroken and devastated by what she did. I immediately kicked him out, filed for divorce, and made it clear that I would never, ever forgive my sister for this. The situation has only gotten worse because now my parents, my 57-year-old father and 54-year-old mother, along with my 2 brothers, aged 25 and 30, are all furious with me for withholding my forgiveness. They actually went so far as to set me up in the same room as her so she could offer an apology. When I saw her, I told her point blank that I would never forgive her. She started working herself up, crying and begging for my mercy, but I stood my ground. I even told her that I needed her out of my face because I wanted to make her suffer, just as she had made me suffer. My family was horrified. They asked me how I could say something like that, claiming that my words could hurt her and the baby and cause her unnecessary distress. I told them honestly that I simply did not care. My mom tried to get me to come around, but I told her that all her lectures and talks should be aimed at the person who betrayed me and who continues to flaunt her pregnancy with my ex-husband right in my face. My sister then told me she would keep trying to get me to forgive her and that she wouldn't leave me alone. I looked her in the eye and told her I wished she was dead, that from the very day I found out what she had done, she had been dead to me. My younger brother reached out and told me he understood my pain and didn't want me to feel shut out of the family, but then he confirmed that he would ultimately side with the rest of them if I ended up being pushed out for refusing to forgive her. My dad asked me what could possibly be done to make things right and what would bring our family back together. He even told me that she is suffering enough since my ex refuses to have anything to do with her or the baby. I told him again that I didn't care, and that in fact, I was glad she was suffering. I told him that in my eyes, she could never suffer enough for what she did, and if his only priority was supporting her, he should just leave and only come back when he actually cares about the damage this has done to me. My mom tried again after my dad, using the same tired tactics about the sanctity of sisterhood and telling me not to let a man come between us. She even asked me how I would feel if my sister ended up dying from this pregnancy after I had wished such things upon her, and she asked how I would feel missing out on my niece or nephew's life. I told her I would feel much better than I would if I were forced to be reminded every single day of the fact that I couldn't get pregnant only for my sister to sleep with him and get pregnant immediately. Now, I have to ignore most of their messages because they only ever want to talk about me forgiving her. My mom even tried to get me to help her force my ex to pay child support when the baby is born, and I flatly refused. At this point, nothing having to do with them or this baby is my concern. My sole focus is finalizing my divorce and moving on from the 2 people who betrayed me. I can clearly see that I am likely going to lose the rest of my family over this, and I find myself wondering if I should even try to save those relationships, excluding my sister, or if this is just how it has to end.